Hi, rollers. Happy to see you. How are you doing? And I am trying to figure out the settings that I've set before the stream, but it works kinda. I don't know. I just am gonna use my phone to monitor the chat because this is a bit confusing. But this song of Aiza, I still need to add it to the description of the stream. It is called Коли ми зустрінемось, when we will meet. And following the link and go into her channel to watch that song, that clip, and listen to that song, basically you can find the lyrics and translation of those lyrics into English in the description. She puts that for every song there. It's just fantastic. I mean, it's great that she does that, because knowing the okay, like sorry guys, being distracted, being sleepy today. Yesterday was super productive. I recorded like 6 to 8 videos yesterday, including the one about buy me a coffee situation. So today I'm on low energy, of course, because I spent too much of it yesterday. And I could not sleep until 4 a.m. That's how much energy I had. But because of that, I even sleeping until noon, I fucking feel sleepy. I don't like to sleep until noon, but when you're awake until 4 a.m., when I have awake until 4 a.m., my body just needs to sleep more. Okay, my friends, I want to say hello to all of you there in the chat, so let me do it real quick. Blonde Bombsheller, hello to you. Bina, hello. Nikki Hill, Salt of the Red Earth, Just Jimmy, Sir Garrick, Hooves, Silver Earth, Mick Riley, Uranium Weed, Lisa Van Valen, Andreas Lach, Secular Sekai, Lynn S. Who am I missing there? Photograph, Dylan, Martin Bissick. I'm happy to see you all, guys. You know that. Okay, I think that's it. I greeted everyone. Is this a leopard on that flag? No, I think it's T-72, the modified one. Or maybe a leopard, I don't know. It's a 22nd Brigade's tank battalion flag. Pretty impressive, right? It's big, it's very good quality, and it's signed by the whole tank unit that, I mean, probably one tank crew, because it's about 8 of them who signed that flag. First tank company, Combiner, Bronson, Dimas, Chef, Alvarez, different names there. Call signs. Do you recognize this painting? This painting was gifted to me by Aziza during the concert. I mean, before the concert. In the beginning, like in intro of that concert.
For 102 and Braum Braum.
Brum brum. What's a brum brum? Yeah, so I finally bought a frame for it, and I put it into frame, and it's gonna be standing out there on the top of the shelf. But I would love to hang it on a wall somewhere. But at the rental apartment, I would not like make holes in the walls. So this is why it's still here. Well, probably I need to take it up to the other place for today so you could see the flag. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna be back. I really hope it will not fall, though it's not very stable there. Beautiful painting. Beautiful. Okay. I'm looking at the chat and want to greet more of you. Crackalakin Wombat, hello. Kentiladon, how are you doing, my friend? White to the paste fills holes in the wall well. Oh, by the way, the reactions, I could have get rid of it somehow. But I think in the settings of the stream, so they would not cover the messages. But yeah, white toothpaste fills holes in wall well. Oh, okay. Good to know, but I would not like to bother much about that. Still have a lot of things to bother with, to be bothered with. Like, for example, fucking awful neighbors, Russian neighbors. You know. What? Okay. What am I? I want to say hello to more of you. Philip Howard, hello, how are you doing? Hello. Santa, how are you doing? You don't have command strips in Ukraine. What's a common strips? It's probably something to cover the holes in the walls, right? Yeah, I'm not sure we have that. Probably we have it, but I just don't know the name. By the way, it looks brighter. I think it's my dark screen. Yeah, I got it. Sorry, guys. Just not very focused today due to tiredness. Hello, Vadim Tarhonsky. Happy to see you. So, from Martin Bissek, 5,000 hryvnias to the campaign for 102nd Brigade. That's amazing. Thank you, Martin. I think after all we will have to close this campaign by ourselves, but why? But Emily, the partner of James, and his family, friends, they've raised some money, but for Help 99, and they transferred 2,500 euros. I need to check your message. Nikki, Nikki's sending me common picture hanging strips variety pack. The strips to use instead of drilling the hole in the wall. Got it. Command strips are supposed to hang stuff on walls without holes. Suppose, yeah. So the weight of that frame is not that small. So yeah, it should fall down. Anyone heard about 29,155? What's that? 29,155, Philip Howard. Or is it the number of the military unit? Because it looks like one. I wonder what you're talking about. Okay, guys, in 1 hour and 20 minutes, we'll have Glenda as our guest. She was already a guest about half an hour ago, maybe a bit more. I think in the beginning of the year, somewhere in winter. So probably more than that, like 9 months maybe. Yeah, she was a guest here, and she is a volunteer. She was in Ukraine this summer. Just got back home about a week or two ago. But she missed me here. I mean, like, we did not meet. And what else? We also... I apologize. Look how sleepy I am. Yeah, but we did not meet, but she was here and she will tell us about her experience here in Ukraine and will remind us what her non-profit, which is called Kind Bakery, Kind House Bakery, sorry guys, Kind House Bakery doing to help Ukrainians. And I would love to hear that. And I'm sure you rollers too, because I remember you like Glenda. She's an amazing, kind person. So yeah, hello Apatox, how are you doing? By the way, Philip, you got 33 tickets for this flag with your donation for the auction. And I want to ask you if you want to share some of the tickets with rollers. Please let me know in the chat. Also, Sakai, if you're still there, please share. Okay, not share. Please tell me if you want to share any tickets with rollers. By the way, hello, Duncan Stewart. How do you, Rick? Happy you are back. Yeah, I'm back. But for a week now. I think if you mean I'm back from the trip to the east. By the way, hello, Wella. I think I missed your name there. That's a huge win. So the explanation about 29, 155. I really hope I will get that one. Sorry. Oh, fuck. I'm so tired. Sorry, guys. It's just... I'm working. I've been working today. Like, since I woke up. I basically work non-stop for the last few weeks, and I really gotta take some day off. On Monday, ideally. Yeah, I think on Monday I will take one, and probably on Saturday. Having a day off on Saturday would be cool. I really need a rest because I've been pushing the NAFA truck campaign. I've been a guest this Monday on UATV. If you missed that interview, go find the link here. Let me show it. It's on my channel. Community post here shows the thumbnail, and here's the link to the video. By 41 minutes and 50 seconds only. That was super fast, and they kind of cut us up in the end. It was like I was saying something, and then Henry said, "Oh, okay, we need to finish. Bye-bye. Thank you for being here." Rested Rick is a happy Rick. Exactly, Salt of the Red Earth. When I'm tired, I'm not really happy. Still weird seeing my face pop on YouTube. Yes, Kenty. I noticed that too back there. Okay, so go check that one out. It's pretty cool. I mean, I enjoyed it. I ranted big time, like I was pretty vocal there. And oh, guys, about Buy Me a Coffee stuff and switching to base, please, when you become a member there, like this cat, or this cat, or this cat, go back, because here in my subscriptions, I cannot see who that is. Someone has become a Bradley today and did not put their name. Someone has become a Javelin today, and 3 days ago another Javelin, and I just cannot see your names. So what you can do is go here, just log into the base with your email, or if it was your Google account, you can do it with that one. Go to the settings and put your full name here. Well, full name. No, it could be a nickname. You don't need to put the full name. Just give me your usual nickname on YouTube. This would be ideal, so I will know that it is you, because I know you mostly by nicknames, and it's gonna be much easier. Thank you so much for everyone who is transferring, who is actually increasing their membership tier, because some people are coming from being a Javelin, they're increasing to Bradley, like Hildegon. I think Hildegon increased their membership to Bradley from Javelin, and so on. Thank you so much for that, guys. It helps me a lot right now, since not everyone is transferring yet, and I just need to get through this and make it done until the 1st of November. Most of you have seen that video from yesterday, but if you missed it, here it is. I am forced to leave Buy Me a Coffee, but they reconsidered to abandon Ukraine. Here in 20 minutes, I explained everything, why I'm doing what I'm doing, what Buy Me a Coffee is doing or not doing, or just ignoring my how do you call that, requests, or yeah, basically requests. And yeah, seems like they are not very much client oriented. Yeah, okay. Who else am I missing in the chat? I think UATV was awesome. Thank you. I think I'm missing MIG Productions. Hello to you. How are you doing? Okay. Whew. Wow. Слава Україні. Героям слава. MIG. Jimmy. The British accent, right? Jimmy. Hello, mate. Or maybe, I don't know. Oh, shit. I need to wake up somehow. I think on some Wednesdays you've already seen this version of Rick that was working his ass off on Tuesday, and on Wednesday, yeah, on Wednesday he's just falling asleep. Something like that. Sounds like I'm drunk, but I don't drink, so it's just exhaustion, guys. I can also think straight, but still not very straight. Love to you, Rick. Thank you, MIG. Colonel Sun, hello to you. How are you doing? Dylan, yeah. I see I'm just exhausted. Sorry for that. So it's going to be not the best stream today, but not the worst. I'm sure of it. You know, guys, I wanted to also tell you that tonight I'm going to visit Greg Terry's stream where we will present the delivery of snatches. I haven't been posting any of those videos with snatches for, what, a week now? At least a week? More than that, yeah. We stopped posting because we will present everything together on the stream together with Professor Gerdes today, Johnny Pierce, and me on Greg Terry Experience. I am planning to, if it's going to be possible technically, I am planning to stream it on my channel too, if Greg Terry will be able to push the, how do you call it? The stream, push the stream thread, probably a streaming thread to my channel. If he's going to be able to do it, then it's going to be also here, and you will be able to come to the chat on this stream. But today is going to be a big stream there on his channel, and I'm hoping to also do it here, like to push that stream on this channel, and so you would be able to chat in this chat, and I will be able to, well, basically also have it on my channel. I'm hyped about it. I'm going to show you some videos after the stream. I'm going to be able to post videos about the snatch and just maybe some content that has the snatch on the background, because I wasn't doing that before, but I will be doing it after tonight. Tomorrow, I want to have a stream with Stefan from Build the Lanes from the US. He's gonna come tomorrow with oh fuck, I'm tired. Tomorrow with the convoy, with the next convoy of 69th Sniffer Brigade. On Friday, I'm gonna be joining the handover event as always, and gonna be streaming. I'm not streaming, gonna be recording videos there, interviews as always, and gonna be presenting them on my channel after that, posting one by one, just like always. Just as always, like always. I don't know. Hello, Borg Cube. How are you doing? Hello, Fragdan Schizo, maybe for the second time, but I noticed you there once again. Or maybe not once again. Maybe for the second time already. Hello to you too. Hello, Lorene. How are you doing? How are you feeling today? Okay, what about the Twitch? Guys, I actually, today, since I've chosen the wrong settings before the stream, I can see the Twitch chat. So if you want to send any messages there, if you're watching on Twitch, please do. I would be happy to reply to some of them. Okay, so basically I see Twitch here and I see the chat on my phone. Ideally I would have to have another monitor here, but I don't have enough space for that. Maybe I'll hang one on the wall eventually. But yes, doing wonderfully, says Lorene. That's amazing. I'm glad to hear that. Hello, Keith Kane. How are you and Melissa doing? Some of us are the salt of the earth. Muscovians rub salt in the wounds. They do. Regular suspects. Uh-huh. Yep. You mean the rollers? Or not? Ah, shit. So, guys, I'm tired as hell today. But, Philip, did you tell me how many tickets of those 33 you want for yourself? If all of them, that's totally okay. By the way, hello, Jonesy. Hello, and happy to see you. Philip, I'm looking for that message and I cannot see it right now. Let me know. Let me know. I can't see it yet. Just went through the chat once again. Could not find the message. How many tickets? And, yeah, guys, this amazing flag, that's what we're raffling this week on Sunday stream. Approximately at midnight or 1 p.m. Ukrainian time. Half tickets, Rick. Okay, thank you. How's the PC? It's doing great. This CPU is changing everything. Like, having Ryzen 9 of 7th generation comparing to the Ryzen 5 of the first generation is like, you know, earth and heaven, as we say here in Ukraine. That's basically a new level of experience. And of course, DDR5 RAM plus what? Plus it's 64 gigabytes now. Old graphics card actually doesn't. It doesn't feel like I'm underperforming because of that. So I'm super satisfied, and it's beautiful. I assembled a beautiful one because I love it. And first time liquid cooling, well, like all-in-one system. So yeah, no headache with that one too. Well, I'm very much satisfied. And the new generation SSD for the system, the M21 NVMe, also works pretty fast. So Hooves says, I feel proud. Thank you. I'm also a PC geek, so I understand what it is to have the Ryzen 9 CPU. I feel privileged, to be honest. Well, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. I want to put it on my table, actually. I want to put it on the table. By the way, Fragdance Kid, so put the message on Twitch. Awesome. Plus there. Thank you. Watching on both platforms. That sounds like a great system. Yes, just Jimmy. So yeah, I am pretty happy. with it. But I'm still procrastinating moving to vMix. I just have shitload of work, tons of communication every day, and I just don't have enough time to sit and learn how to use that one. I just need to really find a day. Keith Kane says, "Hey, buddy, good to see. Are you going to be streaming with Greg later?" Yes, I'm gonna join his stream, and I'm actually also gonna try to broadcast it on my broadcast. He stream on my channel, so maybe you will be able to come to the chat and yeah, talk here too, not just on Greg's stream, if you need that, of course. But I think for rollers, it's also awesome to hang out in here. Anyway, watch out, my wife has YouTube account now. Will have to behave from now on. Awesome, Sir Garrick. What's her nickname there? Is she gonna be communicating to us in the chat today already, or only on Sunday? Let me know. Okay, so half of the tickets were given to you rollers by Philip Owert. Let me go and show you the spreadsheet. And actually you can start putting the pluses in the chat, and if Nikki can work on that right now. Fred Thornbury sent $112 for Rollers Fund Rollers for Elvin Archer to get a patch. $112. So I've actually given you 11 tickets to Fred. If you're watching right now or in recording, please know that. Philip, so 33 tickets, 33, it's 16. Okay, 17 will go to you, 16 to Rollers. 17. Okay, 17, yeah. And from this one, it's going to be for Rollers. From Philip Howard. Yeah, see, Nikki is already joining and she's ready to work on that. So give me your pluses. And Sekai won on the auction. He won the Kursk Oblast sign. I was about to send it to him today, but I lack time to do that, so I'm gonna do it tomorrow. And lack energy also to do everything in time today. So yeah, Sekula Sakai is the winner of this one. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Really, really fucking sleepy. Ideally, I should make the stream shorter today, but I kind of already did because I've started it 15 minutes later. So with Glenda, it's gonna be exactly 1 hour, and I'm gonna end the stream in 2 hours from now. Because I still gotta go to Greg's stream tonight, and I want to have at least some energy. I usually have the second wind by the end of the day, like at midnight. Second wind visits me, and I kind of feel better. So I hope it will happen today too. Hey, thank you so much for 10 gifted memberships. Photograph. Keith Kane, Rig, sounds good. I'll be in Rollers Lounge at 4. Okay, but let's see if it works. Silver Earth says, Rick, extremely curious. Is the black drone poster with the skull on it from Chimera? It matches the Chimera patch we won. Is a black drone poster with a skull on it? What do you mean by that? Black drone poster. Do you mean the poster behind me? But it's barely seen. I'm confused, Silver Earth. Please let me know. Black drone poster. Okay, Unit 29, 155 of the 161st Special Training Center of the General Intelligence Directorate, GRU, of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Russian so-called Federation, Philip Oward said. Got it. Thank you for specifying that. Lady Garrick? Sir Garrick, she's here. Adorable Libhertz. Is it Libhertz? Hey, adorable Libhertz, can you please put any message in the chat? We bought it for $100 from you. That poster. No, it's not Chimera's. You mean the Punisher one that I was sending to you? Yes, that one is from Khrushchevsky and it has nothing to do with Chimera. Yeah, thank you for specifying that. Adorable Leopards. Yes, it is. I can see it in your... Yeah, where? Wall. In your wall. Let me see if you can actually see that. I wonder. Behind all of that stuff, because it's kind of behind of it. It's the different one, by the way. It's the one that is signed by Sternenko himself. So let me show that one to you. That was the first one. The one that I sent you, Silver Earth, was the second one. Yeah, in that series. But they never launched the third one yet. So this one is very detailed. It has Motankas here. It has, of course, the Mavic drone. And it has the Mariupol on the background, like the blocks. And this is Svarga, the national Ukrainian ornament. Well, it also is... I think it's more ancient than Ukraine. Anyway, it is signed by Sternenko here, which says «Кожному росіянину по дрону у пику. Переможемо». Each Russian should get its own drone into their face. We will win. And I am really lucky to have this one because Sternenko is my role model. So, yeah, it's an honor to be able to support that project and donate to the holy Russoris. Do you know what the Russoris is? It's a, well, I don't know if I should translate it, but I've already done it before. I've translated it before. It's Russian cutter, basically. So his drone program, the FPV drones program, like he is able to raise that much money every day to buy 300 FPV drones, millions of hryvnias every day. Really a huge inspiration for most of the conscious Ukrainians. Loza told you that he is watching Sternenko's videos every day. And I wanted to watch one with you today and try the new tactics. Well, not tactics, but basically way of doing that. I want to turn off the sound of the video and read you the subtitles in English. So it's going to be kind of dubbing of that. And it may be weird to listen to it without a sound. We'll see. We'll see how you feel about it. Let's do it. Because today's video of Sternenko is just amazing. I mean, it's a bit depressing, but still at the same time encouraging and still very good view of the situation of how yesterday's UN summit was going and what bullshit some leaders were saying there, including Biden. So, yeah, guys. It's a Wednesday rant stream after all, so we gotta do that. Let's be civic. Like civil? You mean... What do you mean by that? Love you also, Ukraini. Hello, Martin Nilsson. Heroem Slava. Thank you. We love you too, you know. Okay, fuck. I'm tired, but I will work. You know how it works here on this channel, guys. Before I start showing you that, I want to ask you to remember about this fundraiser we have. We're currently on how many percent? Let me see. Let me update the page to have the current sum of money. 62%, guys. Only 38% left to raise. Great result, in my opinion. Not the best one, but still great. So we are at 652 now. Wow, someone else donated. Like maybe already during the stream. And we are on 74 donations. Good job. Let's keep rolling. Let's close this one by the end of September. So in 6 days, ideally, we should close this one. But hard to do. But I will work my ass off to do that. Did you also hear what Trump said? Yes, Sternenko also described that in his video. So easy. We're gonna listen to that too. Let me know. I will kind of translate first few minutes and we will see how you like this type of...
Вітаю вас, друзі.
Вітаю вас, друзі. Вітаю вас, друзі. Yeah, his voice was actually irritating me when I started watching his videos this manner in the beginning, but then I got used to it and I actually really enjoy it. Like Вітаю вас, друзі. Like, greetings, my friends. I love it now. Hello to everyone. Hello, Marcin. How are you doing? Hope everyone is doing well. Why not wait for few months? Not everyone has weekly paydays, says Fragrant Schizo. What do you mean by that? You mean not wait for a few months to end that campaign? Well, that's... The thing is, these campaigns unfortunately should be closed as soon as possible because these requests from the soldiers are usually urgent, and you know how it works. If they wait for a few months, they may be dead by that time or injured. Unfortunately, that happens too. And this is war, and speed of the logistics actually matters, and matters even too much, I would say. I really hope I understood you correctly. Maybe you meant something else. So let me know what you meant there, Fragrant Schizo. Going into Beast Lurk mode. Thank you for being there, Salt of the Red Earth. I mean, thank you for being active in the chat. And please enjoy lurking. Maybe listening on the background. He makes me laugh so much. Steranko, he's amazing. Yes, he's fantastic. I just... You understand, guys, why he is the role model for most of the Ukrainians. He has a good sense of humor. He is a very good public speaker, very good articulation, very inspiring by his actions. Most of all, I think that's the most important thing. He is inspiring us because he is acting. He's a leader. He's leading us by example. He is very principled. He's basically a real president that we should have someday. I really hope he lives a few more decades and becomes our president and really do some shit in politics that will change our country for the better, because he's capable of doing that. I think he's the one who can even break the system, but he doesn't wish to go into politics because politics changes people and it's a dirty place, especially especially on the post-Soviet space where traditions are pretty strong. Okay, let me drink some water. Okay, staying hydrated. Hello, Salilus. Привет, друзья. Hi, friends. I've been listening while busy. Just wanted to say hi, everyone. My back is killing me, so I need to lay down and rest while listening now. I'm so sorry to hear that about your back, and welcome, my friend. Is your president not good? This one, it's good, but unfortunately, mostly in foreign politics. He's very good at getting us weapons and advocating for Ukraine. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. As Wolf, thank you for becoming a stinger on my base. Guys, if you missed the video update about the base, it's on, well, it's the last video posted on my page. Go check it out and cancel your Buy Me a Coffee membership and transfer to Base or Donatello of mine. Okay, Steranko, we gotta show you a video. I'm gonna read subtitles. I'm gonna turn off the sound in that video, and you will tell me if you like this way of doing it or not. I'm gonna try to be a real-time narrator for this one. Let's go. Let me turn on this. Let me make them translate it into English. Oh, he actually creates the real subtitles, not the auto-generated. That's amazing. So it's gonna be like almost ideal, I think, the translation. Let's try it. Okay. Greetings, friends. Finally, we have good news. The so-called Russia has already lost the Russian-Ukrainian war. The good news is that Putin's war, which is his main goal, has been defeated. Well, if the so-called Russia has not lost, it will lose very soon, because Biden ordered to move the earth and the sky so that Ukraine would win. And he entrusted all of us who work for him to move heaven and earth. To make sure that we provide all, especially military assistance. Of course, both heaven and earth will be moved. The main thing is that it does not lead, God forbid, to any kind of escalation. At the same time, the Russians are threatening to attack the infrastructure of Ukrainian nuclear. Okay, I need to constantly, nuclear power plants. To strike at 3 points that ensure the vital activity of nuclear power plants, the 3 that remain in Ukraine, and then they will be forced to silence them, says Solovyov. So far, there are no signs that there will be any significant changes in the policy of our esteemed partners, and Chancellor of Germany, Scholz, yesterday again emphasized that Ukraine will not receive Taurus missiles. Germany will not lift significant restrictions. This is not consistent with my personal position, says Scholz. Personal position. So this dude alone and his personal position is actually fucking up the support for Ukraine. Okay, guys, making a pause after 1 minute of his video and asking you, do you like this way of doing things, or should I just put the Ukrainian sound back on and you will read the subtitles. What do you think? So yeah, I need the feedback there. Hello, Jesse Show. How are you doing? Happy to see you here. Okay, guys, I will ask you once again while I'm waiting for the reply from you. If you're becoming a member, a subscriber on the base, to go back there and put your name in here. You see, we have no names for a few people, so please do that. You can do it in the settings of your profile. You press here, and here's going to be a cat if you don't put the profile picture there, and press settings and put your name in. Germany, come on. Yeah, that's messed up, like big time. And it's not like the whole Germany. It's the chancellor. He says it's his personal position. I like you to read it. I have lost my glasses. Yeah, I think a lot of people are listening to this, not watching it, and that's okay. I do it this way myself all the time. So, yeah. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. That is what I was keying on too. Scholz's personal position? Thought he was elected to represent all of Germany, not just himself. Exactly. Chancellor. Rick, right now I really appreciate you reading the subtitles. I'm back to lurking at work, says Nikki Hill. Awesome. I mean, is it? Rest your voice. We can read along on our own. Subtitles are good, but talks quickly. Maybe a pause is nice sometimes. Yeah, I'm doing pauses, so no worries about that. I know nothing. Nothing, says Hooves. Are you a Jon Snow? My letter to Biden? Okay, Cheryl. Was short today. Protect Ukraine, justice for war criminals. Well, basically, Biden says that Putin has already lost his war. We Ukrainians don't think so, because we've been killed every day, and even in bigger numbers lately. Because Biden thinks that this war has already been lost by Putin and Russia, and if he really thinks so, and not just being a hypocrite, or may I say a fucking hypocrite, by saying that, then he definitely has to step down as a president. And yeah, that's fucking bullshit, guys. It sounds like populism also, but let's keep watching. Well, maybe I'm gonna make this sound slightly, not loud. But it's very good that the personal position of Scholz is completely consistent with the position of the Russians. Still, even the Europeans understand that they want to be drawn into a major conflict with the Russian Federation. It is for this reason that Scholz does not give these long-range missiles, says some Russian propagandist on Solovyov TV. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Get there before it hits 2 million. Like this video and leave any comment below. And let's talk now. Yeah, guys, you go to that video of Sternenko on his channel. That's the last one of today, just from 4 hours ago. And subscribe if you haven't yet. Let's get him to 2 million subscribers. It's 1,099,100,000. So yeah, only 10,000, less than that, I'm sure, people away. So yeah, Rick, how is your throat doing? I forgot you've had a sore throat, so we don't want to strain your throat. I'm talking all the time anyway, It won't make a difference if I will talk for 20 minutes, no, 10 minutes less. Sorry if I'm missing messages, watching on Twitch as well as here. Awesome. It's good to know. Let me see something. Twitch chat. Fancy Philip Flop. Yo, we have the same name. Good morning, Rick. Mother Sakwe. Sakwe? Is it like Sekue? Have you seen my donation on PayPal yesterday? Yes, I did. You have 2 tickets, Fragrant Schizo. What else? Hello, Twitch. Thank you for also chatting on Twitch, guys. I was checking the Twitch chat. Subbed. Thank you, guys. Sub to his channel. He is fucking fantastic. Okay, let me continue watching his video. And yes, hit the like under that video, too. Let's go. And let's talk now about the latest current events. Representatives of various states spoke at the forum on the topic of the Russian-Ukrainian war at the United Nations. For some reason, it did not translate. There were no subtitles for this sentence, so he said, okay.
Організації Об'єднаних Націй виступали представники різних держав.
No, it's actually like the previous sentence. It was displayed before, and now he's saying it only now.
Комуністичний Китай заявив,
Communist
що він
China
виступає
has said it opposes any
проти будь-якої
escalation.
ескалації.
Не розширення полю бою, не
Not
ескаляції
battlefield
полю
expansion,
бою,
not battlefield
не
escalation,
ескалації,
not
зокрема.
escalation in
Напевно, саме
particular.
тому росіяни почали
And that is probably why the Russians started using Chinese armored
використовувати китайські
vehicles,
броньовики, використовують
using
китайські
Chinese
дрони,
drones,
китайські
Chinese satellite
супутникові
images,
знімки,
Chinese
китайські
machines,
станки, китайські
and Chinese
комплектуючі.
components.
І ще
Even Communist
комуністичний
China
Китай
is
виступає категорично
categorically
проти атак на
against
цивільну
attacks on
інфраструктуру і
civilian
на
infrastructure and on nuclear power plants in particular.
АЕС та інші
Nuclear power plants and other peaceful infrastructure objects should not be under attack. Civilian infrastructure objects should not be targets.
І якраз президент України
Just
Зеленський
yesterday, the
вчора з
president of
Організації
Ukraine
Об'єднаних
announced at the United Nations
Націй повідомив про
that
те, що так звана
so-called
Росія
Russia
планує
plans to
атакувати 3
attack 3
українські атомні
Ukrainian nuclear power
електростанції.
plants.
Готуються атакувати
They are
наші
preparing to
атомні
attack our nuclear power
електростанції.
plants. 3. And we have evidence of this.
Російські мразоти при цьому все
At
звісно
the same time, the Russian scumbags, of course, deny everything
заперечують і виступають
and
категорично
are
проти
categorically
будь-яких атак на
against
атомні
any attacks on
електростанції
nuclear
або
power
їхню
plants
інфраструктуру.
on their
Це
infrastructure.
недопустимо.
This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable for us. The safety of nuclear facilities is, for fuck's sake, he speaks too fast. Or nuclear facilities is an absolute priority. Only at the same time, the Russians are publicly, discussing on their television how they should strike the infrastructure of Ukrainian nuclear power plants.
Інфраструктурі українських атомних електростанцій.
There are 3 objects on object in front of each station, which ensure their operation.
У разі, якщо росіяни
If the
атакувати
Russians attack
навіть не самі
not even the
енергоблоки
power
атомних
units of the
електростанцій,
nuclear
а
power plants
інфраструктуру
themselves, but the infrastructure near the nuclear power
біля
plant,
АЕС, це все одно може призвести
it
до
can still lead to a nuclear accident.
ядерної аварії.
Well, it's about time. Well, wars are not waged differently and never have been waged.
Войны по-другому не ведутся и никогда не велись.
У свою чергу
Fucking Russians. In turn, the president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, is currently preparing 2 political tracks regarding the Russian-Ukrainian war. The first is the likely negotiations with the so-called Russia at the peace summit, which should take place in November. I invite China, I invite Brazil, I have already invited India, we work with African countries, all of Latin America, the Middle East, and Central Asia.
Але чи будуть на тому
But
саміті представники так
is it still known whether representatives of so-called Russia will be on that summit, the Russians publicly refuse to participate.
Росіяни відмовляються від участі. Другий
The second
трек, який
track,
просуває
promoted by
Володимир
Volodymyr
Зеленський,
Zelensky,
це
is a
план
victory plan
перемоги
or
або
a plan to end the
завершення
war.
війни. Якраз сьогодні він має
Just today he has to show it to Biden. And one of the elements
продемонструвати його Байдену, і одним
of
із
this
елементів цього плану є
plan
надання
is to give Ukraine
Україні
permission to
дозволу
strike
бити
deep
американською,
into the
зокрема, зброєю глиб територій так званої
territories of
Росії,
so-called
але,
Russia with
ймовірно,
American
Сполучені
weapons in
Штати
particular.
Америки
But probably the United States of America
на це
will
все одно
still
не погодяться.
not agree to
Західні
this.
медіа
Western
пишуть,
media
що
write
Сполучені
that the United States of America considers it
Штати Америки вважають це неефективним, бо,
ineffective
мовляв,
because
росіяни
they say
вже
the Russians
перебазували
have already relocated their combat aircraft
свою
beyond
бойову
the
авіацію за межі дії ракет
range of
Атакамс, а більш
ATACMS
далекобійні
missiles,
ракети
and the United
Сполучені
States of
Штати Америки
America
нам давати поки
does
що
not
не
plan to
планують.
give
Від
us longer range missiles yet. Accordingly, I have to say against that
Відповідно, я знову
the
маю
best
сказати, що найкращі системи протиповітряної
best best air defense systems of so-called Russia are the administration of that is now in the White House.
оборони так званої
Exactly.
Росії, це адміністрація, яка зараз є у Білому домі. Вони надійно
They reliably protect the Russian sky
захищають
at the
російське
same
небо. У
time
той
as
самий
the
час, як
Russians
росіяни
demonstratively bombard our houses every day. Never gonna run around and desert you. Who was that? Let me check real quick before I continue with Sternenko's video and read a chat for a bit to see what is happening. Okay, someone has become a member on the base, a javelin just now. Please tell me in the chat who that was, and I will show you how to get there and put your name in because you still didn't do that. Please do. Thank you. You see, I cannot see the name. Russia is lost. You know it. Ricky's voice all the time is funny. Changing. Thank you. Listening in from work. Awesome stretch. Hello. How you doing? Okay, membership switched over to base and subscribed to Sternenko. Thank you so much, Blum Shella. Who just become a member? Please tell me, guys. Tell me in the chat. I just became a stinger, says Blum Shella. No, Blum Shella, it's someone, a javelin after you. By the way, where is Glenda? Glenda is going to be free from work only in half an hour. So, yeah, she's going to join us in half an hour. She's going to be here. She promised to come at that time. Just testing, says photograph. So that's you, a javelin, or not? Let me know if it's you. So yeah, please confirm in the chat. Thank you. Okay, so what I want to point out is the last line that Sternenko just said. Is it just me or volume quit? Probably just you, because I see my microphone is still working. It should be okay. Yep. So photograph. Thank you for becoming a javelin. Now go there to the settings of your profile and put your name in. Okay? Please do that. Thank you. Thank you. Volume is okay. Yeah, everything's okay. Well, probably not everything, but the big part of it. Okay, Rick, go back to the video. Don't distract yourself anymore. And photograph, you gotta go and put your name in. Please do that. Because there's no other way for me to know who that is. Unfortunately, on the base, it's still beta, and they don't have such basic functions as to check an email of that person who is a subscriber or stuff like that. I have no idea how to get back into my base account. The email receipts I got were all in Ukrainian. It's just your email. Let me show it to you. Let me exit here. Get started, and continue with email. Just put your email here, get a code on your email, paste the code in, and yeah, and that's it. That's basically it. That's all you need to do. It's super easy, and you will be in. Then, when you're gonna be in, okay, I need to log in now. I'm logging in using the QR code, but you don't have to do that, guys. That's only for Ukrainians. You won't be able to do it with the QR code, so don't look at this. Use the email option and just put your email in to the field, to the text box, and after that, find a code on your email, put it into the next text box, and you will be in. Pretty easy, pretty fast. I am logging into my profile, but then to get your name, to put in your name, you gotta go here, press on your user picture. It's gonna be, I have the user picture here, but it's gonna be a cat for you there, a monobank cat, like a blank cat. You press it in here, then settings, and here you put your name in, full name. You see, you can put your nickname. It's if you're not showing your name publicly, then do a nickname. So that's pretty simple. Please do that, everyone who is subscribing but doesn't scrolling around. Yeah, it is there, up there at the top right corner. You gotta press on your cat picture. Basically it's a cat picture. Then it transforms into a user picture if you put one in. Email into what? Do you have to have the app? No, Cheryl, no. App, it doesn't have anything to do with the app, guys. Monobank app is only for Ukrainians. Monobank Base and Monobank, they are basically different projects. Okay. Visit the Monobank base, okay? base.monobank.ua. Then I'm showing it to you once again, Cheryl. Look at the screen. You will see this. Like when you enter in the base, you will see this page. On this page, am I not showing it to you? Fuck, I think I used the wrong browser. Yeah. Yeah, sorry for that. So in this browser, you see create the base, get started at the top right corner. Get started. Can you find this one? How is this, Rick? I will check. Email into what? Yeah, so press that button, get started, and you will see this. Sign in. Sign in and register below. And here, continue with email, the bottom button of 4 of the buttons. Can you do that? How is this? Okay, I will check. Just give me a second. Photograph. Just give me a second. I need to finish the video of Sternenko, guys. I will switch to that task right after I check photograph there. Yes, photograph, it works. Thank you. Now we still have to ask 3 people who 2 of them joined today. One is Javelin, one is Bradley, and they did not put in their names, so I'm really confused now. Who are they? Or who they are? Any of that. Okay, Cheryl, I'm waiting for your message in the chat. Let me know. I cannot see it. I think my chat has stuck. No, you're not messaging me. I hope you did not get offended because I sounded maybe like an asshole. I don't know. Sorry if I did. Okay, what else? What else do I want to say? Hey, Johnny Nedregard, thank you for 50 Norwegian kronas super chat. I'm slow, but I finally figured this out the other day. Thank you for the countless hours you put into protecting us, Rick. Thank you so much, but I'm not the one who's protecting. The armed forces of Ukraine are protecting, and I'm just helping them. So let's call it that way. Thank you for putting all the time in helping those who protect us. Okay, because I don't deserve the words about I'm like protecting you. I'm not. I'm just helping those who do, and that's a big difference between that. Okay, right corner, settings, full name, save. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Cheryl is still not replying. Oh, Cheryl replied. I tried 08 in the description. I couldn't find settings. Let me show it to you. It's pretty simple. Let me log in. I tried. What's the *8? Not 08. *8 in the description. I couldn't find settings. It's okay. I need to show it to you using some email of mine. Let me use the Ukrainian one to log in. And show it to you how it looks. If I'm not a creator. Yeah. So code. Just a second. I need to put the code in. Okay. Okay. I'm just tired today and sleepy, and I cannot be completely efficient in this right now. So this is why I'm thinking, let me put the code in. Okay, it should be here. But it's not here. I did not receive the code. Well, let me do it once again then. Okay, or maybe I don't have the time. Oh, I finally got it. I got the code. I'm checking. Yes, the code is right. I'm showing you the screen now. So your page should look like this. Cheryl Waitley. I clicked on base and clicked on the cat stuck there. There's a settings button there. Let me show it to you. Me and scene. Yeah. So it looks like this. Yeah. And on your phone, basically the same. Let me make it smaller so everything will fit. You see at the top right corner here is the picture of the cat. And when you press it, there is create your base and settings. Can you see that? Well, let me just freeze on this moment. I didn't see a dot upper right. So up right, there's this sign. Do you have it on your screen? Okay, who that was? Johnny. Johnny, I need to read your message. If you have to understand, you're a link in a very strong chain. I know, but not a protector. No, I'm not. You are part of the supply chain. We are all part of the supply chain. Exactly, you all are. Johnny, Nedergaard, Kenty, I'd love to, but the Norwegian bank ID was the snag here. Or default icon inside the dot. My neighbors are cooking something really tasty and I'm hungry. Fuck, I need to go and eat. Your icon inside the dot, aka the cat. Yes, it's there. Basically, I'm still not showing you all of it. So here it is, top right corner, create your base, settings. Cheryl, let me know if you found it. Okay. I'm waiting for your message in the chat. It's still not there. And I will get back to Sternenko as soon as we finish with this. That video is so good. He's always so sharp and ironic about our partners, and he inspires to copy him, inspires me to copy him and do the same. But Rick just eating bread and eggs? Why are you doing this to me? Click on the cat and then click on settings. Yes. Cheryl, I'm waiting for a message from you. Please tell me you found that. Okay. Let me get back to Sternenko and then get back to that again. Because, yeah. Let's go. So, they reliably, our partners, the U.S. administration, President's administration right now, reliably protect the Russian sky at the same time as the Russians,
Дійно захищають російське небо у той самий час, як росіяни
as the Russians demonstratively bombard our houses every day, like yesterday in Kharkiv. Yeah, guys, this is fucking terrible. Look at this. Yesterday, Russians bombed a Kharkiv's a civilian building once again, killed 4 people and injured more than 10. It's happening basically every day here in Ukraine, and they say that there's no significance in striking Russian territory, and they actually don't need to lift those restrictions. Just look at this, guys. Look.
Проте ви за це не переживайте.
However, don't worry about it. If Ukraine hits a Russian airfield with ATACMS missile, it will be an escalation, and when the Russians hit an apartment building with an aerial bomb, it's not an escalation. The British Foreign Secretary is somewhat more optimistic than the Western media. He believes that there will be positive developments. I expect that over the coming days and weeks, we will be in a very strong position to ensure that Ukraine is in the best position it can be. Because at the same time as our esteemed partners are hesitating, so-called Russia may lose. Well, if not tomorrow, then in 2 or 3 weeks, or in 2 or 3 months, or exactly in 2025. All our intelligence data indicate that the situation with Vladimir Putin will become much more difficult already next year. Its economy is in bad shape. If it will be difficult for him to cope with the number of losses that losses and casualties he has suffered. Oh yeah. Of course we believe, says Sternenko. November is coming soon, and obviously the question of voting for aid to Ukraine will be delayed again in Congress. Yeah, at the same time the candidate for the presidency of the United States of America, Trump, speaks about the president of Ukraine in this way. Every time Zelensky comes to the United States, he returns with $100 billion. I think he is the best salesman on earth. Yeah, 100 billion. Every time he gets back with 100 billion. What the fucking bullshit that man says. Like, he's such a liar. The big one. Big time liar. By the way, Trump has his own peace plan. In his opinion, it is necessary to simply stop shooting. The first thing I will do is call Zelensky and President Putin, and I will say, you need to negotiate.
Я скажу, вам потрібно домовлятися.
На жаль, я особисто
Unfortunately, I personally do not expect anything good from the presidential elections in the United States of America, because on the one hand, there is the sorry guys, it's too fast. Because on one hand, there is the Democrat Harris, who will most likely continue Biden's toothless policy, and on the other hand, there is the Republican Trump, and you yourself heard his statements, and he will most likely not meet Zelensky with the President Zelensky these days. Oh, it's too fast this time, guys, sorry. Okay, these days, Republican Mike Johnson also refused to meet President Zelensky.
Відмовився від зустрічі із Зеленським. Також і спікер Палати представників
He's a
Конгресу
speaker
Сполучених
of-
Штатів Америки, республіканець
These subtitles are a bit messed up, because he is very
Майк
busy
Джонсон, бо він
and
дуже
has a
зайнятий, у
serious
нього
schedule.
серйозний графік.
Let me make it louder because it's in English with the subtitles.
Графік.
I don't think we're actually going to be in town on Thursday. We have our schedule's changed on the floor, so it's very fluid. We have a hurricane coming to the Gulf Coast, so a lot of us people will be dispersing, go back home to into that. So
Найімовірніше, республіканці обрали
Most likely. The Republicans were offended by the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, because he visited
напередодні відвідав
the state of Pennsylvania the day before.
штат Пенсильванія.
And this
а цей
state is
штат
very
є
important for the
дуже
election
важливим для виборів
of
президента
the President of the United States of America. And the
Сполучених
Republicans
Штатів
believe
Америки, і
that in
республіканці
this
вважають,
way
що таким чином Зеленський підтримав
Zelensky supported Harris. I don't know why, or is it just an excuse? To date, there is no significant
Гарріс. На
sign that
сьогодні немає жодної
sign
істотної
that
ознаки того, що будь-яка
any
адміністрація у
administration
Білому
in the
домі
White House
змінила
would
би
radically
кардинально в
change
позитивну сторону свою
its
політику
policy
щодо
towards
України.
Ukraine
А це
in a
означає,
positive
що
direction,
рано чи
which
пізно
means that sooner or
Сполученим
later
Штатам
the United
Америки
States of
доведеться
America will have to
заплатити
pay an
надзвичайно
extremely
високу
high
ціну.
price.
У той самий
At the
час на
same
нашому
time,
східному фронті
the situation on our eastern front is extremely
надзвичайно
difficult.
важка ситуація.
The most difficult
Найважче
now
зараз,
probably
напевно, у
in
Вугледарі. У
Ву-
тому самому
Вугледар.
Вугледарі
In the same time, Vuhledar, storm in which the Russians never gonna let you down. We have the new no-name Stinger. Now, please go and put your name in just like I instructed you to do before. Okay, Cheryl, did you... Okay, it was a dot with the letter S in it when I found settings. Okay, got it. So maybe your interface is cut. So you probably put your name in. Martin Bissick, thank you for 10 gifted memberships. And thank you guys for becoming members. Let's finish with this video already, and I can go to the bathroom. Storm in which the Russians have already put several brigades during these years.
вже поклали декілька бригад.
By that he means, well, that translation is not good. They kind of destroyed their own brigades with storming
протягом цих років.
Vuhledar.
Причина под Угледаром
The reason for the defeat at Vuhledar,
под Угледаром
a
погубили
huge column of our boys was killed near Vuhledar,
огромную колонну.
Russian occupiers say.
Вугледар зараз перебуває у оперативному
Vuhledar is now in an operational and, well, not environment, encirclement.
оточенні. Ситуація там
The situation
погіршується
there
буквально
is
із
getting
кожною
worse
годиною.
literally
Росіяни
with every
ставлять
hour.
собі
The
за мету
Russians
подальше
setting the goal of further advance and now and to throw our forces as fast as possible from the railway.
якнайдалі від залізниці.
Это железнодорожная ветка, которая у нас идет от Донецка и туда вниз. Она
This is a railway branch that goes down to us near Donetsk. It is of key
для
importance
нас
for
имеет
us.
ключевое значение.
Та залізниця їм
And they need
потрібна у
the
тому
railway,
числі
including for
для
land
сухопутного сполучення із
communication
тимчасово
with the temporarily occupied Crimea. And even yesterday, the main
окупованим
directorate of
Кримом. І
intelligence.
ще учора головне управління
Not even. That's not the correct translation. And yesterday, the main
розвідки
directorate of
повідомило
intelligence
про
announced
звільнення
the
агрегату.
release of the not release. Actually, in this case, the right translation will be the liberation of the aggregate plant in Vovchansk. Control over the plant in Vovchansk was returned to the special unit of the Ministry of Intelligence Affairs of Communications. No, that's not the correct translation. The main directorate of intelligence of Ukraine. The enemy was destroyed. The plant is transferred to the control of the armed forces. Glory to Ukraine. Glory to heroes.
У свою чергу росіяни, як завжди, заявили,
In turn, the Russians, as always, declared that they were not
що
kicked
це не
out,
їх вибили
of the
із
plant.
агрегатного заводу, а вони
but
вирішили
they
втекти
decided to
самі.
escape
Маю вам
themselves.
сказати, що
I
під
have to
час
tell you
боїв за
that during
агрегатний
the
завод
battles
також
for the aggregate
використовувалися
plant,
дуже активно ті дрони камікадзе, на які
those
ви
kamikaze
донатили.
drones
А
that
ще
you
росіян
donated were also used very actively. And the Russians got much Ukrainian FPVs, which shut down Ukrainian wings that the Russians
ось оцю залу
repainted this Zala as if it
росіяни
were
перефарбували так, начебто
shoot
вона
down
Україна.
Russians. But you can't fool our operators. Subtitles are a bit messed up in here, guys. Sorry. But you can't fool our operators. So traditionally, I urge
наших
you
операторів не надуриш. Отож, я традиційно закликаю вас узяти і просто
take
зараз
it
задонатити на
and just
поточний
put
русоріз. Усі
no
реквізити є
to donate to the current Rusaris. All the details
цього відео.
are
І
in the
пам'ятайте,
description of
що
this
це
video. And
найкраща
remember
інвестиція.
that this is the best investment.
Посчитали. Солдат в 5 раз.
Oh,
Пам'ятайте,
Lukashenko.
що це найкраща інвестиція.
Уже посчитали. Солдат
We already counted. A soldier is 5 times more expensive than a drone. That is, if you hit the soldier with a drone, it is very
5 раз
profitable.
дороже, чем беспилотник. То есть, если ты поражаешь одного солдата беспилотником, это очень-очень выгодно.
Очень-очень
складно із
выгодно.
цим
Очень-очень смешной у нього говор, you know. Смешный. Guys, don't forget to like the stream, please. We still have less than 100 likes. This is not good. We can do better. And yeah, only 88 of them now. Can we do 100, please? At least 110 better. Thank you. Okay, let's finish the video.
перечатися, та я й не буду.
It's very difficult to argue with this, and I won't, because at the same time, several of our divisions received a total of 250 new FPVs from you.
Дякуємо волонтерам за надання
Thanks to the
50
volunteers
дронів FPV.
for providing
Слава
50 FPV
Україні.
drones. Glory to Ukraine. Glory to heroes. We would like to thank the Steno community for providing 50 fat and 50 special drones. They help us to
Та й
destroy
не тільки там. Ми передаємо дрони на абсолютно усі
occupiers.
напрямки, де зараз
And not only
тривають
there, well, occupiers on Pokrovsk direction, and not only there, says Sternenko. We transfer drones to absolutely all directions where active battles are currently taking place. As you can see,
активні бої. Як ви бачите, на наших партнерів далеко не
you
завжди
cannot always
можна
count on our
розраховувати,
partners,
тож
so keep
продовжуйте
helping the
допомагати
defense
силам оборони
forces of
України.
Ukraine. Yeah, exactly, guys. We cannot count on our partners. This is why we gotta raise funds for drones ourselves. We gotta provide, we as community of rollers, we gotta provide our soldiers with cars, with drones. What else do we do? Of course, electronic warfare. I think the most popular one. By the way, some philosophy doctor on Dr. Reagan just become a member, a $5 member, a stinger on my Patreon. Thank you for that. Thank them with a personalized message. That's what I can do. Here's a personalized message for you. Thank you so much. for your support. Let me go to the base again. And yeah, here's the video. I enjoyed it a lot. What about you guys? I think you did too. Thank you for watching it with me. And I need to log in as Rick the Ukrainian here to the base. So let me do it right now. And I also got to run to the bathroom, and then Glenda will join us. So just give me a second. And action. Is it? I'm not sure. Is it in action or not? But I'm kind of logging in. Lisa Van Valen, thank you for putting your name there. Thank you so much. And what about Cheryl Waitley? No, Cheryl still haven't put their name there. Or no, Cheryl did. Cheryl, you did. You did this before, right? So Lisa Van Valen, thank you for becoming a stinger and putting your name there. Everyone else who still haven't put it there, please do it. And you know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna give you a song right now. It's in the description of the stream. Please like the stream. Don't forget about it. 103 likes. You see? A lot of people just forgot. So please like it if you haven't yet. Now, okay. Outro song. Please listen to this one. This is a suggestion of Andres, and I think this song hits hard. So listen to it while I'm gone to the bathroom, and then we're gonna have our guest.
Горить окупант, горить окупант, горить окупант. Горить та й згорай, Вова їбашик, блядь, не зівай. Вова їбашик, блядь, не зівай. Вова їбашик, блядь, не зівай. Гори окупант, горить та й згорай. Поки чил ти палиш пропаганду Соловйова, ваші трупики палають, їх видно з міста Львова. Від Ростова до Хрещатика, від очима до братика. Москву вже потопили, а тепер буде палати. Ми Кремль, сука, це Кремль. Ми спалимо Кремль, нахуй проблеми, нахуй ваш Кремль. Палатиме Кремль. Пам'ятаю, було діло, ми піймали окупанта, роздавили йому череп, роздібали його танка, заставляли його вчити нашу мову солов'їну, після чого він заговорив: слава Україні! Спрага росте, я хочу ще, я хочу ще. Гори, горить окупант, горить окупант, горить окупант. Горить та й згорай, Вова їбашик, блядь, не зівай. Вова їбашик, блядь, не зівай. Вова їбашик, блядь, не зівай. Гори окупант, горить та й згорай. Я чув, як лаяв голодний пес, я чув історії, це кінець. Я чув, це злість, діть звідси геть. Я чув, чому я ж тут живу. Я чув, як їхав ворожий танк, я чув ракети, це окупант. Я чув ненависть, я русофоб. Я чув цей запах, згорілий орк. Я чув овації ЗСУ, я чув емоції, я люблю. Я чув людей, нахуй війну. Я чув рабів, я потерплю. Єбаш ЗСУ, єбаш ЗСУ. Орків, єбаш ЗСУ, ЗСУ. В моїх очах вогонь, в твоїх очах вогонь. Ділимо це на двох, ділимо біль на двох. В наших руках іскра, істина, любов. Ми з тобою разом, хочем, щоб Путін здох. Горить окупант, горить окупант, горить окупант. Горить та й згорай, Вова їбашик, блядь, не зівай. Вова їбашик, блядь, не зівай. Вова їбашик, блядь, не зівай. Гори окупант, горить та й згорай.
Okay, when I hear this song, I always cry. So not listening to this one today. No crying today. Sorry, guys. It's been enough of that last Wednesday when I was sharing the Floki story. Okay, I need to turn on the the collab cam, so Glenda could join me. Us, not just me. Glenda, hello and welcome.
Yay, that song was so funny, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, you know Ukrainian, so you know what it is about, right?
Shoot.
Трошки. Yeah. So, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Tell us about your trip to Ukraine, and we basically have an hour with you.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna have to run and have some dinner. I'm already starving, but working is more important.
Okay.
So
Sounds great.
Please tell us.
Oh, so you're ready? Okay.
Sure.
Well, we went to Ukraine because we were going to go to Protsiv. Protsiv is just outside of Kyiv, and this little village is part of a larger Armada. We met with the mayor there, and she showed us the whole Armada. And basically, the school is in need of a bomb shelter. So they have a high school that was freshly built and almost finished in January, right before the invasion of 22. And so they cannot open the school until they have a proper bomb shelter. So that's one of the things that we're going to work on with. We actually are working with other humanitarian aid organizations such as UNICEF and other places that will help to provide funding and donations for it, because this building is, the occupancy is 300. But we think that we will find a less expensive way of doing it, because we think that if students will go part-time, so maybe 150 students will attend at a time, then we can supply a large enough bomb shelter that kids can go, online and then in school as well. So that was what we came for. Also, just to meet with teachers, we went to the largest orphanage in Kyiv, and another orphanage, and we actually helped provide restoration for the bomb shelter for one of the places, and we got to inspect it and see what was going on with it and all of the different things that we were able to accomplish with that. So the other orphanage there, we will also work in the same respect and help them with their bomb shelter. So this is what we're into now, I guess, is working with bomb shelters. We're still doing lots of rescues and evacuations, and we're still working with Ukrainian refugees. It was really, I will tell you, it was super interesting to be there, because I mean, of course, I keep up with everything that's happening in Ukraine, but it is a completely different feeling to be there. And it does feel, as an American coming in, it feels very heavy. I think that as Ukrainians, you guys maybe are a lot more used to what's happening every single day. But it was, so it's very heavy. The electricity was going off and on the whole time we were there. Of course, like, it was warm. There's no air conditioning. Water, of course, we had to put tubs of water, so in case the electricity went out, we could, shower.
When was it?
We came on the 27th of September.
Wait. Last year?
27th of August, sorry.
Of August, yeah. Well, wait, were there power outages back then?
Yes.
They were. And right after that, it became better, right?
Yeah, right after we left.
Yeah, because I remember it was like at the beginning of September, it started becoming good again. Like,
see, this is what happens. Like, Americans leave and everything gets better.
Well, yeah, that's those conditions are harsh, and we will have the same just in 3 weeks. And it's going to be even worse because Russians are planning to strike our nuclear power plants. And luckily I have a big EcoFlow, thanks to Rollers, who raised funds for me without my consent. They said, Rick, shut up and take our money. We want our content to be consistent, so you gotta have that eco flow. So thanks to that, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna experience that in comfort. You know, when you need to use your PC or laptop, but you need to wait and for the scheduled outage. Okay, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
When electricity gets back, but there are different other issues that we are, as a hromada, as you say, you know the word, guys. Hromada is basically a community, like a local community, but we, as a hromada of our apartment complex, we are gonna buy ourselves a generator. We're still voting for what, like, is it gonna be just generator or generator plus inverter, or maybe some solar panels additionally, but it all usually is affected by the cost. So I think the cheapest option, just the generator, and that's going to be enough to power the elevator, because it's a tall building, and some of people, including me, they live pretty high, so it's not easy to climb in winter. Like in summer, it's like a workout, you know, but in winter, it's much harder when you have big coats on yourself, and especially if you carry groceries with you. So, but the elevator is not like the priority. The priority is heating, which needs electricity in our house, and water. The problem is with pumps. When we don't have electricity, we don't have water. So I think the most important thing for me in these three is water. I would actually be okay without even heating, because this house, we get lucky, it holds warmth pretty well, and it also gives what I would actually walk those stairs as I walked them this summer, which was, this summer it was pretty hard with electricity, guys. You remember in the end of June somewhere, and in the beginning of July it was pretty tough. But not having water, that's what hits harder. I think you experienced the same, since you had to how do you call it, pour the whole bath of water.
Yes, and it's not warm water, so it's
Yeah.
cold water. So the other thing is too, when we were leaving Protiv, we actually stayed one night in Kyiv, and we were in an apartment building, and we climbed 7 flights to our apartment, and we didn't use the elevator because of the electricity coming and going. So actually we had been out eating, and we came back to get on the elevator, and these men were on the stairs, and they were yelling down, "No, don't do it! Don't get in the elevator!" And like a moment later, like the electricity was gone, so we would have been stuck in the elevator. So is the funds for your generator, it's already raised? You already have this for your apartment?
Oh no, we are just contributing as the inhabitants of this building. As community members, we just are going to contribute around $100 or something like that to buy one, because it's like, I don't know, more than 200 apartments. So a generator will cost us in hryvnias about $500,000 hryvnias, and I think everything is calculated. So just $100 approximately from each apartment, and of course plus additional around $25 maximum or $30 maximum per month for the fuel for the generator.
Yeah.
So we're basically contributing. Each apartment is contributing a sum of money to make the big sum to buy the generator. Thank you for listening to my story too.
Yeah, the other interesting thing is we were there on the first day of school. So we get to see all of the children with giving the flowers and the community coming together, and just this, I don't know, like to me, I call this, this is my word for it, is in Ukrainians, is stubborn hope. So it's like the refusal to allow anything to take away your joy. And so like these people came together, they're bringing all of their children, and these are elementary school kids. So for their first day of school, and they're just full of happiness and excitement. And of course the children are hilarious because they don't know what to do. And so they had all of these traditional things that they did. They had them eat, some of the grain, and there's traditions I think that are a little different in every village for the first bell. But it was really sweet. It was kind to see all of the parents and how they treated the staff of the school, because that first week of school after we left, they actually had a pretty hard week because kids were going in and out of the shelter. So this means a teacher needs to teach online as well as teaching in class. So teachers are really overextending themselves in that way. And then we went to Kyiv that afternoon. And so I got to see all of the high school kids that are, the young teenagers out on the street in their, Ukrainian shavankas and taking videos of themselves and being, really crazy. But it was sweet to see that too. But then as we were leaving Kyiv the next few days, we drove between Vinnytsia and Ternopil, and there was a convenience store there, and there was a huge bus that was parked there, and I didn't know what to expect. So we were like in the convenience store, to get a coffee or whatever, and all of these kids in uniforms get off the bus, and they're girls and boys, and they're all dressed in, I can't remember if it was like brown or navy, but these are like obviously high school kids that just graduated, and they look like they're 12 years old, but they're 18 and 19, but their job is to evacuate people on the front lines. So it was surprising to see the difference between the kids that we'd seen in Kyiv on their first day, who were happy and taking pictures. And then these kids are just like your faces right now, Rick, like very serious. And I mean, baby-faced kids that have already seen the front lines of war, have already experienced that. They've already gone in and rescued people. And so they were all very serious. And it was just, I got back in the car and I asked my driver, I was like, what in the world is that? Why are these kids, like this? And he goes, oh, these are people who are doing evacuations. And I was like, wow. So really good for me to see that up front. The other thing that happened, Rick, is as we were driving to go towards Lviv, we were actually pulled over, and a huge line of cars were pulled over, and all of these men were being conscripted to the military, and including our driver. So like he received his paperwork, and of course, because he had Americans in the car, they let him go and said that he could go to his office later. But none of the other people were let go. So they were taken straight into the military. And I think as Americans, we don't appreciate our freedom and what we have, and just this hard time that Ukraine is going through. And I still talk to our driver every day. He's actually one of our really good friends. And so he actually was our driver 2 years ago when we came. So anyway, I talk to him every day, just check on him to see how the process is going for him. And one of his brother has already died at war, and his other younger brother is on the front lines. And so what you guys are doing, Rick, is just providing hope for these people in the military. So I appreciate you so much, more than you could possibly know. Really, meeting everyone there was very emotional and hard, because everyone there has been touched by someone in their family that has either passed away in the war, or they know someone, and also sending their own men to the front lines, and the work that they have to do in order to fight for freedom. It's a real huge thing. And I came back really on fire, really wanting to express that to other Americans and help them to understand how important it is what we do for Ukraine, and for us to keep beating the drum and keep helping people to come to this consciousness of understanding this freedom that we currently have, in our in America, and how important it is to fight for the freedom for Ukraine.
Yeah. Well, you first of all, thank you for saying those kind words about us rollers, about that we give hope to our soldiers. You know that. Well, that's what happened to those guys and to your driver. That can happen to me too here in Ukraine at any moment. And well, on one hand, I don't like it too because like it should be. I think it should be done the other way. Like maybe okay, just not on the streets, but anyway. On the other hand, I understand that. What choice do we have? Like, if we don't grab people, right? Well, either grab or just give them summons on the street. We will have no one left to defend, like being there on the front line. And the problem is right now, it's getting harder and harder to motivate Ukrainian men to go and fight voluntarily, or to just go and fight, because this war is changing with every month, and it's becoming more deadly, especially due to FPV drones, which are scary as fuck. That sound. I watched the videos, and when I hear that, it's really. I think people are being demotivated when like I know that they've been demotivated when those drones are hunting them. And
Yes.
not only Russians, Ukrainian soldiers too. So that is all not making. If it was ideal in our army and we did not have corruption there, it would be motivating. Like, what can we do? But so many cases are demotivating Ukrainians when money that have been sent to actually provide soldiers with something, they've been stolen. We have those cases too. So yeah, we also have the precedents of commanders being treating their personnel just like Russians treat their personnel. Just, I don't care about you. You're just a cannon fodder for me. I will get the new ones. So go there in the trench and die. Some of those commanders are saying that openly, and that is very, very demotivating. And a lot of, I don't know what term you use in English, but maybe you've heard about the Ukrainian term СЗЧ, самовільне залишення частини. Have you heard about that one?
Tell me what it says.
It's like it's hard to translate. Okay, let me just use the Google Translator. I think I can do it in here. Just a second. Okay, here it is. Самовільне залишення частини. No, it's French, sorry. Arbitrary abandonment of a part. No, not of a part, of a unit. Do you have the term for that? Arbitrary. No, arbitrary is some kind of bullshit. Voluntary abandonment of.
Okay.
Yeah, that is not the correct translation. When I put СЗЧ, it translates like Northwest Territories. No, that thing doesn't know what СЗЧ is. So it's when a soldier kind of disobeys the order and leaves the military unit or his positions and goes rogue. Like
Yes.
they need to kind of proclaim him wanted and start, when they catch that soldier, they need to start persecuting those soldiers.
Okay.
So that's basically the action of soldiers. So that thing is becoming, unfortunately, more spread in Ukrainian army because of some of those commanders. Our soldiers are just abandoning their positions, and they just want to save their lives because they know that their commander doesn't care about them, and they cannot rely on him, and they will just be sent to their death. Unfortunately, that is a very bad thing what they're doing. Yes, they want to save their lives, but they are putting other units that they're standing like to the right and to the left. They're putting them into position when they're being encircled, because Russians are breaking through to the positions that were abandoned, and then they encircle the units that are standing around them, and that is a very bad thing. So even if you want to save your life on the front line, it doesn't mean that with that you will not kill your brothers in arms, because
This is not very common, though, right? I hope.
well, in good brigades it's not common at all. It's not a case, but in bad, like, we have some really bad reputation brigades, like for example 151st Brigade, 115th Brigade, also I think 59th Brigade. When Syrskyi changed the commander there, it changed into the same kind of brigade, because their brigade commander basically acts the same way. So yeah, that is a thing in some certain brigades, but not the majority of them. Luckily, not the majority. It's the minority of the brigades, but unfortunately, we have the tendency with the new leadership after Zelensky. Basically, Zelensky switched Zaluzhny for Syrskyi. We have this tendency that Syrskyi is placing those incompetent commanders who care only about their ranks, and about increasing their ranks. And for that, they need to destroy as much of their own personnel as possible, because they have a thing. I heard it from one of the soldiers, that a general entered headquarters and asked, "So what about the losses count? Are you keeping up with that?" Like, they have this thing, a loss count. Like, why the loss count of this brigade is so low? Like, it's not about, for those commanders, it's not about saving lives. It's about having a good loss count. That means that it's so ridiculous. I don't know how they function like that, but yeah, they actually encourage others to lose more men. It's terrible.
It's terrible. Well, I firmly believe, and I actually know that what you do is encouraging to men on the front line. We actually have helped a little bit, so like to help buy generators for the front line, or power banks, or clean socks, underwear, those types of things for men on the front. And so, I mean, they are like so vibrant whenever we do something to help them. They give you like this flag that everyone signs, and they take their picture with it. And so it's a huge joy for them to get to do that. And so I know that what you're doing, Rick, is like, it's huge, and you just keep continuing on. So thank you for your community, and thank you for what you're doing. Please don't stop doing that.
Thank you.
Just
I
whatever
will
I can help. Yes.
only well, when I joined the army, only future knows. So I will keep doing this. Like, maybe I'll have less time, but I will be able to do videos here and then. Here and then?
Here and there.
Here and there, yeah. Like, now and then, maybe, also. Yeah, and of course I will keep fundraising. It is possible to do it from the army too. But only one thing, that means that the only one thing that can prevent me from keep doing that is death. So yeah, it can happen at any second, anywhere. Like not even being hit by a missile or a shell or FPV drone when I travel to the front line, but it can happen here. I may drive a car and I may hit some other car. I am a fast driver, not like a crazy fast, not a street racer type. No, but not a slow one. I hate to drive slow. This is why I prefer to speed up, like up to 80 to 90 kilometers per hour, and then just to slow down.
I would love anyone in this audience to come to Ukraine and to like ride along in the car with you and then measure it against like an American driver, because all Ukrainian drivers are like crazy. So they're weaving in and out of like potholes or whatever is in the road. And I mean, even like when you're going down like a 2-lane highway, just like, you know, like there's a huge semi coming towards you and like going over in the ditch, and
yeah,
so it's, I mean, and it's like it's normal, like it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, I can hear you in your voice. You're saying that you're not that crazy of a driver, but I like can just look at you and tell your tendency. I know you're a normal Ukrainian.
Some of the rollers who've already visited Ukraine, I meet everyone who is visiting and wants to meet, of course. They may confirm that I'm a fast driver. Yeah, I think a few of them experienced that this summer.
I'm sorry I missed you.
Yeah, I would love to meet, and next time you're here, please message me and we'll meet.
Well, one of the things I wanted to talk about too, Rick, is that on 2 different nights that we were in Protiv, we did actually see the air defense shooting, you know,
the missiles
down and shooting things down. And of course, where we were staying, like in this little cabin, and, you know, it shook. So, and this is, I mean, we're pretty far away, but we can still see these things. So I can only imagine how that might feel if something actually hits like a block away or like next door. I can only imagine like the feelings, how that feels to experience that. In fact, when we were on our way back to Lviv, really like the morning of that we were almost to Lviv, early that morning, something was hit that day. And I think that was on September 4th. Mm-hmm. And so we had people who were also waiting in Lviv for us that are also Americans, and they were a block away from where that occurred, and they were actually in the shelter and, you know, with a lot of the residents there. So they were actually, I know this sounds crazy, probably, I don't know, I'm trying to be careful how I say this, but they were grateful that they got to experience that, because they both want to understand how Ukrainians feel. In fact, she and her husband are now in Washington, and they're doing the March on Washington for Ukraine. And so they're, you know, meeting with people to try to, you know, help them understand more about what Ukraine is. And so they were grateful that they got to experience those things. And they did some volunteering. She actually worked with people who were doing evacuations. And so I'm grateful for the people that came with us and that worked real hard to really dive in deep and try to understand how Ukrainians feel and what you guys are actually going through every day.
Yeah, it's important to come to Ukraine, in my opinion, and experience it yourself, because you cannot completely understand it. Like, everyone who's been here can confirm that it's just another level of experience. Like, maybe another layer of experience.
Sure.
You know what, I wanted to, first of all, you know what Glenda just did? She donated from the Kind House Bakery, donated $1,000. And the comment is next. By example, missions, DBA, Kind House. No, it's It's the name of the, sorry. So, yeah, Kind House Bakery Ukraine for generator and your needs. Wow. First of all, Glenda, thank you so much, but I cannot accept this money. First of all, army is the priority, and I know I don't need money for generator.
But that is for your needs, is to help the army. So
Yes, awesome.
there you
Thank
go.
you. Thank you. Because what? Yes, awesome. Thank you so much. So, and yeah, for generator, it's not needed because I can definitely contribute $100. So $1,000 donation for the army, guys. That's fucking awesome. I'm happy to see that. Thank you, Glenda.
Sure.
Thank you. And yeah, guys, you can actually support Glenda's initiative following to her website, and there's her PayPal, well, her organization's PayPal in the description of the stream. They actually explain all of that on their website, but Glenda may shortly tell us what they do.
Sure. Well, we definitely work with evacuations, and we also have two different men that actually their cars were hit this last month. So they were near Donetsk, and they were delivering water and things there, and both two different times. One of them, his car was completely destroyed by a drone, and he laid in the ditch for about an hour and a half, and two other drones came along. So he had to wait for a long time until everything was quiet again. And he actually had water in his trunk that he was delivering to the front line, but the drone hit the front of his car where the radiator was. So he was able to pour enough water into his car so that he could make it back to safety and to get his car fixed. The other guy, the drone hit like the whole side of his car, and he actually had some damage to his ear, and so he's lost some hearing in his ear. And but both of them are just like still ready to go help people, still want to go out there, deliver what the people need on the front lines. And there's many villages where there's lots of elderly people that refuse to leave because honestly, they don't have the money to leave and they don't have anywhere else to go. And this is all that they've ever known is this part of the land. So sometimes their daughter or their son will stay with them and try to help them with needs. We actually delivered a water tank to two of the villages so that they could have a larger water supply. As you said, water is a huge need. So just trying to make sure that they get the medicine they need, the water they need, sometimes food supplies. Many times too, some of the elderly people may have something that's wrong with them and they need to go to the doctor. And so we actually supply them with a way to get out and to go to the doctor, and then we bring them back if that's what their wish is. But we also do evacuations. So every single time the men are there, they always tell them, we're happy to evacuate you. We can come back in a few hours if you need to gather some things, or we can take you right now. And of course, there are the Ukrainians that are there give it really deep thought. They don't just all of a sudden say, yes, take me. I mean, they've lived there for, the last 2.5 years. So they've lived there through lots of terrible circumstances. So they don't take the decision to leave very lightly. One of the men that we were evacuating, he actually, his wife was killed. And so he was there alone, and it took him a while to decide that he wanted to be evacuated. But it was so near the front line that he actually needed to walk 10 kilometers out so that our driver could meet him. And as he was walking towards our driver, there was actually a drone following him. And so he was terrified. He also hid in the ditch for a while. So by the time the driver got there, I mean, he was pretty shaken. And just, I feel like another huge thing is this value of life. And my friend Dima last year actually was in the pizzeria in Kramatorsk on June 27th a year ago. and like 13 people died all around him. And so just again, this feeling of how to value your life and to know how important it is to stay alive. And so this man that made it out alive was so grateful to the driver who came to pick him up. You know, he just was, you know, so emotional and just, you know, and I feel like as Americans, we don't understand that feeling. And especially when it comes on a daily basis, when the air raid alarms are there, you know, things are falling from the sky because they've been shot down. So the debris hits buildings and hits cars and hits things. I feel like that we really need to understand just this value of life and helping to preserve that. So what you're doing, Rick, is helping to preserve life. So you are saving lives. So thank you for doing that. I just want to give you as much encouragement as possible for you to keep going, because I'm sure that it's not easy to get on these streams and to, you know, just to worry about what is going to the funds that are going to come and hoping that you get enough funds to be able to make it till the next goal of the next thing that you want to raise funds for. So I know that's hard. It's hard for me. And a bakery, it sounds crazy, but you know, we're constantly, you know, putting out videos of all of our food and the things that we're doing. And then also sending out news about how we're helping people in Ukraine. And it's hard for people to make that connection. I think sometimes we don't want to stay present with people who are having a hard time. So we work really hard to do that. So I have that feeling too. So I know you do as well. So I just want to encourage you in any way that I can. But yeah, that's what we do at Kind House Ukraine Bakery. We do rescues. We work with schools and we provide school supplies. This school in Protsev, we provided them a Starlink and 3 power banks, you know, just things that help them keep going and being able to keep helping their students and helping their community.
I am actually Googling Protsev right now because I don't know where it is located. It was occupied by Russia in the beginning of a full-scale invasion?
I don't know. Was it?
But you said that you were rebuilding the school, or not? Like
the school is built.
The new one is built.
Yes, but we are working with the bomb shelter. So we're working to the bomb shelter.
No, it was not occupied. It's on the southern part, like south of Kiev. It's south of Kiev on the left bank.
That's another thing too. If you ever visit Kiev, there's like this terminology that they always use. Are you on the left bank or are you on the right bank?
Yeah.
It's like a division between people.
Yeah, we have that. But you know, there are a lot of not poor people living on the left bank too. So it's not like a division by the like, you know, like we're better than you. No, we joke about that, but we don't think that way.
So are you on the left bank or the right bank?
The right bank is it was first. So then the left bank Kiev was built just in the second part of the 20th century. Glenda, with your donation, with your generous donation, thank you so much once again for that. That's, you know, you boosted our weekly result very much. Thank you. Guys, we will still have our regular 2,400 goal on Sunday stream. So yeah, we just need to usually go above that, and you helped us go about that. We will definitely go about that. Thank you, Glenda. And you know that we constantly do raffles. This flag behind me from the tank battalion of the 22nd Brigade was signed by the soldiers. We helped them with the car. We raised funds for the car for them, and they've actually signed it for rollers. Do you want 100 tickets for this one. One ticket is $10, so you have 100. You can share some of them with rollers.
Okay.
How many do you think you will share?
I will share 99 of them.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes.
Maybe 90?
Okay, 90. I'll share 90.
Okay, get at least 10 tickets for you.
Okay.
Okay, so, I'm gonna put it into the spreadsheet, and rollers can obtain those 90 free tickets by giving ++ to the chat. So, guys, please go and give ++ because 90 of them will appear, and if Nikki has time right now, she will put your names into the spreadsheet. Glenda, when was it that you joined our stream the first time?
Was it in January last year?
Yeah, probably, no, January this year, not the last one.
January this year?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so too. And it's been, 9 months almost, or maybe exactly, I don't know. So back then we were already doing the raffles, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I think you just started them,
Mm-hmm.
actually. Like the week after, because then I like send some funds like afterwards, and I was like, hey, I want this for the raffle.
Yeah. That's really cool that you witness like our development, kind of.
One of our friends, she is pregnant with her second baby, and he is, they're both boys. He's due in October, and her husband has already served in the military. But he told me when we met them in Kyiv, he said he will return to the military again.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she was very, I mean, she also does kind of what you do, not on YouTube, but she also does the same thing where she raises funds for the military as well, because she has this feeling of what happened with her husband whenever he was there. And they raised funds for a car and did all kinds of things to help. And so I feel this value in what you're doing just because of the people that I know, and I love them so much. And so you affect them. So thank you. And this flag is super cool.
Yeah, I was surprised to receive it.
Is it okay to say kruta?
Kruto, yeah, of course. So guys, this word means basically like awesome, I think. Yeah, kruto. It's like, what's the exact translation of that word? Do you know, Glenda?
Cool.
Cool, yes, but also we can say that hill is very steep. We can say kruta hora, krutý hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically like steep is also the translation.
Elevation.
Yeah. So that was the first meaning. It was steep, and then it transformed into cool. So, yeah, just a slang. Okay. I think I need to put the tickets for Martin first. While I'm gonna work on the tickets, Glenda, may I ask you to tell us anything? Like, you wanna tell us more from Ukraine, from your journey here?
Sure. So one of the girls that travels with us every time we're there, her name is Jana, and she actually, my husband and I consider her our Ukrainian daughter. Jana is 28, and her husband and their family live in Biennetsa, and her husband actually is going to school to work on the F-16s. And so she lived in Denmark for a year away from Ukraine. And away from her family, which was really hard for her. So she was so happy to come back to Ukraine. That sounds really strange because I feel like her family really wanted her to stay in Denmark because they were trying to do something for her to help her, be able to make funds there and also just to feel safe and secure. But she feels best next to her husband. And I think sometimes as Americans, we don't understand, like, why would people want to stay in Ukraine? And this is a really an important thing for a Ukrainian to decide, and for them to feel this patriotism towards their country, and to be able to in the best way they can. And not that Ukrainians that leave Ukraine that it's bad, but definitely for those people who have decided to remain, this is a very important thing for them. So Jana speaks a little bit of English and of course Ukrainian, but she helps us with everything whenever we're coming and going into Ukraine, including trying to find drivers and just making sure that everything goes smoothly. And she's just like a fantastic person. I love her very much. I hope that you'll get to meet her sometime, Rick.
Yeah, it would be amazing.
Yeah.
By the way, I have a question for you. I just remembered. Do you work with volunteer evacuators like from other initiatives, or you have your own like registered employees for the NGO?
We have our own employees, but I don't think it's registered in Ukraine. So it's just registered here in the US. Really, the people who do our evacuations and deliver to the front lines, these are men that lived in the east of Ukraine, and they lost their jobs whenever they had to move into central Ukraine. And so without the funds that we are able to provide to them, they wouldn't be able to feed their families and be able to take care of the things that they need to take care of. So we actually pay for these evacuations to help those families be able to do what they need to do. So we believe in responsible missions. So we don't bring anything from the US to Ukraine. Like we wouldn't bring blankets or socks or clothes or anything like that. We want to buy those things in Ukraine because we want to be responsible for helping raise the economy in Ukraine and to help what's happening there.
Okay, then next question. I have a friend. Now I think I can call him friend. He is, his name is Dima, and he is evacuating people from the front line. He sometimes is struggling to get money for the fuel, to get money for, well, basically we raised funds for the electronic warfare device for him, and now they can evacuate safer. I was really happy that yeah, Rollers contributed to that. And what else? So yeah, if you're looking for maybe some new evacuators, I will contact you, and and you, yeah, it would be awesome if you can support him because he's a great guy. If you want, I will send you the link to the stream. He was my guest a week and a half, if I'm not mistaken, or 2.5 already. Time flies. But yeah, we had a long conversation. I had to translate. He doesn't speak English, so I had to translate it to him. But yeah, I think it will be amazing, and it's going to be a great support for him. And you know, I'm also trying to connect people, and I think I'm getting good at this. So it would be awesome if I could connect you and you could help him.
It's important.
Awesome. Thank you, Glenda. Then I will contact you after the stream. Okay, so the question is, I am in touch with him on Telegram, but you're on Signal. What do you prefer?
Telegram too.
Telegram too. Same number?
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Then I will find you on Telegram and contact you guys there. I just feel it's important to help good people to unite and to actually help each other. So I'm trying to do that.
I agree. Agreed.
Thank you, Glenda, for everything. You're a very kind person, and I'm happy that you contacted me and said, Rick, invite me to your stream. And I said, with great pleasure, you know.
Of course you.
Yeah, but that's amazing because I like you, and I had no what's the word, objections. I had no objections to that. So now that's awesome. Okay, what else I need to mention before we finish the stream? Because we need to finish it in 8 minutes already.
Okay.
Time flies. It's been an hour together. Almost 50 minutes. 52. Ooh, and I gotta visit a grand stream of Greg Terry today because, well, tonight in 2 hours it's gonna be 11 p.m. Do you know that I delivered one of the armored vehicles that, to the front line?
Oh, wow.
It was me driving 800 kilometers. Like we began at around 5 p.m. and ended at 5 a.m. So,
Wow. Do you
yeah,
have like video of this?
yeah. I actually made a video, like 1 hour and 10 minutes video, right from that night when I was driving.
Wow.
I put a phone there. There was a holder, phone holder, and I was just driving and just expressing my experience, my feelings, my thoughts during the ride and how hard it is to drive. Whoa, Pete Heikkinen.
5 tickets for me, the rest to share with others.
Just a second, never gonna run around and desert you. I gotta sing along to that. So, I don't think we had that notification when you were here the last time, right? But now every time someone donates on the base, it's the Ukrainian analog of Buy Me a Coffee.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, we have this notification where Rick Ashley starts singing "Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Let You Down." So I usually sing along with to that. Pete Heikkinen donated 9,300 hryvnias, which is more than $200, almost 250. I think 230. Yeah, something like that. Thank you, Pete. And Pete put the comment. Let me check what the comment was. 5 tickets for me, the rest to share with rollers. Damn, thank you, Pete. You're very generous. And we have a lot of donations coming through base lately. But when they come through base, I pay taxes from them and fees also. If you donate to PayPal, guys, if you have the opportunity to donate to PayPal, always please choose that option because we will be able to donate more money to our army, and less money will go through my personal card and will go through my volunteer card. By the way, Glenda, during this year, first of all, I've become a full-time YouTuber, full-time roller. Thanks to rollers, they've subscribed to my Buy Me a Coffee tremendously, but now we got to transfer until the 1st of November. We got to transfer from Buy Me a Coffee to these 2 Ukrainian platforms, Base, Donatello, and if those 2 won't work, yes, there is a Patreon option. But what? But I am really lucky to be a full-time roller, as we call it right now, and work on this. I am happy to do this work and honored, to be honest. Well, yes, that sometimes there's a lot of stress because, well, we always reach our fundraiser goals, but for that I need to work because sometimes I see that fundraising is slowing down and I'm stressing out like, oh no, they are waiting for me to provide them with equipment and I need to hurry up. But most of the times rollers give such a tremendous support, so I don't even need to worry about that, and I just like today. Glenda, you're also a roller, by the way. I need to send you well, first of all, a roller patch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that. You send me your address, please.
Of course, of course.
I do that. Yeah, I try to send it to all the rollers. Right now, I'm unfortunately not focused on that because a lot of stuff is going on, especially with this transfer from Buy Me a Coffee to Ukrainian platforms. So, guys, I will start poking you again to give me your addresses for me to send you the packages. I give some additions, like I don't even don't even tell people that I'm sending them the Rickroller patch, and it's a surprise usually. But I kind of messed the surprise right now. Anyway. Yeah, I also am bad at making pauses in my speeches. I needed to make a pause here for you to laugh, but I said anyway right away. So I need to learn that. Martin Bissick, thank you for 10 Czech forints super chat, and I am responsible for Rick's sugar cubes. Says Martin Bissick. So sugar cube, you must know what is that? Cukorok in Ukrainian. It's a drone analyzer. You've heard about that one. Right?
Okay.
I think Martin Bissick is kind of joking about that because maybe not. I've bought one sugar cube and I gifted it to Dima. By the way, guys, I've sent it to Dima this week and he received it. He sent me a photo and thank you. So yeah, I kind of Martin Bissick is really donating to directly to me, so I could buy sugar cube with my own money when I decide to and give it to one of the soldiers or volunteers because I basically don't need it much. But I decided to buy myself one. It's 3,000 hryvnias, well, basically $75. I can afford it. Thanks to Rollers again for all those subscriptions. So I decided I'll buy it and then I'll see what I will do with it. I have this snatch journey in front of me, ahead of me. So I I forgot it at home when I went in that armored vehicle. But a few days before I went, I promised to give it to Dima because after the trip I don't need it. So if I need it again, I will buy a new one, an improved one, because they constantly are improving that. So yeah, basically that's what for sugar cubes. By the way, also Johnny, Ned, Regard, thank you for 5 gifted memberships. Also there was a super chat from Secular Sekai. Thank you so much, Sekai, for that. Glenda was a guest on Sekai's streams too, and thank you for your work, Sekai. And thank you for your work, Glenda. You're doing a great job. Thank you for that. And there was a super chat from They Exist, $522. Maybe we can send cards to the school. We need a list of many schools available. Your new computer is looking for work, Rick. No, I have plenty of work. It's not my computer. If you want to start that initiative, They Exist, you can always do it yourself. The best way to do something is to start doing it yourself and to lead people by example. That's what Glenda is doing. Thank you, Glenda, for that. That's what I will not be humble in this, and I will say that that's what I'm doing. I'm leading people by example, and I'm really honored to be doing that because it's not just a privilege; it's also a responsibility. And yeah, and also when you have some responsibility like that, which is very awesome and I honorable, I think. Yeah, you can actually say that you have an honor to do that. So, anyway, thank you for the super chat. They exist. Okay, time for us to finish. But what? But Glenda, I wanna give you, give you what? Give you a few minutes to say say the closing words for today.
Oh my goodness. I want all of you to just dig in deep and to be stubborn like all Ukrainians, and to just know that every Ukrainian fights for their own lives and for the lives of their family and for the future of their nation. And so I just want to inspire all of you to just continue doing what you're doing right now. And if you are lacking some motivation, or you're tired, or you need some rest, I encourage you to go do something that will help inspire you, which is not, it sounds silly, but I mean, you can make some Ukrainian soup, you can make some borscht, and eat some pampushki bread, do something that will help inspire you, read some Ukrainian stories, watch some Ukrainian movies, just help to restore your soul and help yourself to know that what you're doing is saving lives. And this is what we were put here on this earth for, is for us to serve and love one another. That's the goal in life. It's not for us to live selfishly and to just absorb everything for ourselves. It's for us to help other humans to live long and prosper. So that's what we need to do.
Yep. Thank you, Glenda. That was amazing. Very encouraging for me, and I really think for rollers too. Thank you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for joining us. Before I press the end stream button, I want to ask you guys to donate to our NAFO truck campaign. It's actually 2 NAFO trucks. We're raising funds for 2 trucks for 2 units from the 5th Assault Brigade. So we are able to support not 1 group, but 2 groups from the 5th Assault Brigade, and it's an honor, and thank you for everyone who already donated. But don't forget about that campaign and go donate to that one. And thank you for all the gifted memberships, all the super chats today, all the likes. Don't forget to like this stream. It helps with engagement. And for all the attention to Ukraine, for your donations. You sent plenty of them today, and for subscriptions, for everything, guys. You do so much for my projects, also for me, and for Ukraine and for Ukrainian army, which is the most important thing, is to support them. Thank you. And live long and prosper. Yes, great job. Thank you, Glenda. Hugs to you. Thank you for being here today.